Hello and welcome to the show. This is GCC News. If you're a returning viewer, our game chat show is being converted into a long format podcast style that's going to be once a week on the weekends probably, and then these daily news shows are going to be GCC News. So I'm one of your co-hosts, Sean, and this off to my side is Chase.
What up?
We're going to jump right into the news since we got that out of the way, and getting right into it here, we've got the Xbox could revive 1 versus 100 for the Xbox Series X and S. I think this is pretty cool. I used to play this game back in the day.
Remember that.
And I feel like it was the... what is it, like the original Battle Royale almost, Chase?
Yeah, the original Battle Royale took place in trivia. Yeah, seems like it.
I do think that this is a pretty fun idea, especially with the way social media is going today. We don't see, we see a lot of these types of games more on like phones and stuff like that, but we haven't seen it on the console in an extremely long time.
And with xCloud, it could be on a phone, really.
Yes, and it could be across, multiple platforms, obviously Xbox, PC, mobile, and really try and get people into it. I remember my wife always loved dressing up her avatar. This used to be a game that like every Friday or whenever it came out, it was like we'd grab a couple of drinks and snacks, sit down on the couch together, our controllers, like we're playing, we're trying to help each other out. I just remember this being awesome. Really, really cool because it was like, you're involved in this actual game show, and it felt more like I was a part of it as opposed to those larger ones that you see on phones nowadays where it's like, oh, at this time, and they ask like 10 questions, and then by the time you get to the end, somebody wins or whatever. But with this game, it was quite a bit different. I remember one time I feel like I got into like the top 10 or something like that, and then answered one question wrong, and
so close.
I thought it was a really cool way to earn stuff. I know some of the lower end prizes were just Xbox Store gift cards essentially, or credit. But I think that this could be really cool. And so the hint is that Phil Spencer essentially said that they've had a lot of discussions about a revival for this, and recently they've said that they could be working on a trivia game from their past. So
what other thing is there?
They don't really have a lot of other trivia games in their past, so
can they bring back Fusion Frenzy?
Oh man,
it's not trivia, but that'll be good. I love that game.
So hilarious. I think this is really cool. This is a great opportunity to Xbox to differentiate themselves again, especially with this different path that everybody's taking right now between Xbox platform as a whole, Sony's take, Nintendo's deal, and then the PC world in general.
Well, maybe Sony's going to relaunch PlayStation Home.
Oh, man. Highly unlikely, but...
Yeah, no. Carry on.
Getting into the next one. So the other recent update, getting into some PlayStation news, is that PS4 games are having their load times drastically improved ahead of the PlayStation 5. And the main one being The Last of Us Remastered, which was technically a PS3 game, and then it came out on PS4. And then once the PS4 Pro came out, it had a performance mode where you could play it in like native 1800p 60 FPS, which that's how I played the first couple hours. I kind of ditched out on this game early, but I ended up playing The Last of Us 2 and really enjoying it. So this is kind of a neat little thing that they've got going on.
Yeah. It's interesting too that like 13 seconds, they say? Like the login, it's like a minute and a half before patch.
Yeah,
and
it looks
after
like 14
the patch,
seconds, yeah.
That's crazy, man. Same hardware. I know it's all just optimization stuff, but it's just optimization, and it did that. That's crazy. Like, we're going to see that go even further than on the PS5, and you can tell that there's this attention to detail, even on those older games, and it's like The Last of Us Remastered, right? One of the early titles on PS4, late title on PS3. Nobody was upset that your save files didn't transfer. I'm just saying. Nobody was upset that your save files didn't transfer on that. So just pump the brakes on Spider-Man, okay? But either way, great to see these load times reduced. I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see, different compression techniques and some like newer takes be implemented onto older games. Obviously with in the not the PlayStation, but in the PC world, or I guess even with PlayStation, because you could technically install a solid state drive to get a huge performance boost. But this is reportedly happening on HDDs as well. And the other report was that Until Dawn, I believe, was also had its loading time basically almost removed, though there's only like one video of it, and I don't personally own it to test it out. So it will be nice to see if some other games take on this, though.
Yeah, 100%. Nice transition into the next generation again.
Yeah, speaking of transitions and speed, we've got the PlayStation 5 SSD price has been leaked. Yes. So earlier today, Marlon Gaming Nation, who is, I believe he's on YouTube and various other outlets, but I know that he does a lot of streaming and stuff and is very heavily involved in the PlayStation community. Somebody had sent him a picture from Walmart that shows the PS5 500 gig SSD drive listed at $115. While I don't think that this is a ton of storage, this does make sense that they're going to offer drives in this size capacity. And right now, everything we're really seeing from a 1 terabyte perspective from Samsung and a few other companies that are, the specs of the drive should be enough to, play games directly off of it. Those go for $230. So this is literally a cut right down the middle. 500 gigs, $115. I think that's pretty fair pricing, though. Again, this day and age with like we reported on a while ago, where Modern Warfare or whatever the Call of Duty is, where it's like 250 gigs. You get one game.
It's ginormous. Yeah.
You get one game.
We gotta have those NVMEs. And I'm sure with the push from consoles using them and PCs, especially these universal ones or non-proprietary ones from Sony so far, or not from Sony, but from Samsung and all those other makers. Hopefully it drives prices down sooner than later.
Yeah, well, and I mean, Gen 4 NVMe SSDs are still relatively new, but when they launched, I want to say last July, because that was the first time that they really became readily available, I believe a 1 terabyte drive was around $400. So they've already come down quite a ways, though I do know to oversupply of NAND and various other components that are used to make these drives, reports all around the world, and not just for PlayStation or anything in general, but for all RAM and solid state drives are reportedly to start dropping an additional 10 to 20% by the end of the year or the first quarter of 2021. I don't remember exactly, but prices have been falling. They're oversupplied. COVID kind of messed everything up because they were disrupted in the supply chain and all this other stuff. So they ended up overproducing, which has now made high supply, low demand sort of deal going on, which is the opposite of what we had a few years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At one point, RAM and SSD prices were like through the roof, and it was a whole price fixing thing with
was it because of the NAND? Was that when it was like the Switch was coming? Because I feel like it was like a big NAND argument. Maybe it was in Switch and Nintendo and Apple.
There was apparently a shortage of silicon, like sand, essentially. I don't know how that's possible, but whatever. It was really a price fixing thing from the Asian markets, and everything's come down since then, and a good reason for it too. But nice to see these drives at this price. Who knows if this is going to be an official, like, made by Sony, or if they're going to do a branded type of deal like the Seagate Xbox one. But it's nice to see this price. I think that's fair. It's literally cut down the middle, and we're going to see probably by Black Friday and some other stuff.
Cyber Monday.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We're going to see Gen 4 NVMe drives. Whether or not they're compatible is another thing. I really hope Sony gets their list out soon.
Same.
And then moving on to the last bit that we have for today is the PlayStation Store or servers are starting to upload a lot of PS5 games. Reportedly on October 23rd, Demon's Souls was available on the European store. Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's another one. The newer Call of Duty, and then Destruction All Stars. So these games have been going up. I know it's a laughable game, but
Yeah,
it's just
funny.
the fact that they're sort of going up and available, and especially around the time that now that the consoles are getting to everybody, I have a feeling that they're being put up on the server so that we can start getting some of these early reviews and stuff for the people that do have systems. So
for sure. It happened.
Right.
We're getting there. We're just a few weeks away, a couple weeks.
Yeah, really closing in on it. I'm pretty excited, but it is good news that we're moving forward with this. And yeah, other than that, if you can see we're doing some rebranding here. I can't even find out where it's at. We've got this new ticker, and on that we've got all of the accessories that we're going to be getting on October 30th or shortly thereafter. We're going to be doing some initial impressions and then some little bit longer form hands-on like review before the systems come out. I'm going to try and play it with my computer, with the headphones, use them with your phone, all sorts of other stuff. I know we're not going to get the full suite of features, but I do want to give like an accurate representation of our experiences to the people that still have time to pick them up before the system actually launches.
For sure. And again, we don't have any horse in this race. We just bought them ourselves, and we just want to see what they're all about. Obviously, we're buying the console too, but it'll be completely unbiased. Just here's the dock. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the
the
thing.
Controller goes like this.
If we're unhappy with it, it's our own money, so we're gonna say it, right? So be looking forward to that. The other thing is that we've got our website up, GameClubCoalition.com. You can go there. We've basically got links back out to everything else, to the YouTube, to Facebook, I think to Twitch. We're going to be working on updating that and making that as our hub for all of our everything that's going on. Game Club Hub. We should rebrand that.
Oh my God, we make a new website.
Right. So other than that, I think we're good for today. Chase, do you got any other thoughts or closing notes?
Nope. Just working on all of this and getting that podcast going so you guys can have an audio version to listen to us talking to your ear holes.
Yes. Gonna get that podcast in the RSS feed up as well. So
gonna get that.
Until then, this has been GCC News, and we are the Game Club Coalition. Out.